is in. He's the one change I see right now for Nashville, unless I'm not seeing another one. I think Chavez is still over on the right side. Okay, we're underway. Robbie Johnson has the ball momentarily, but Rocket City wins it back. Hernandez controls for them, RCU. Flick touch, but easily touched back by Sanchez to Rummy, who will clear it in the direction of a nice job right there by Johnson to win the ball in, keep it in rather. And Pervon in the air, challenging for it. Brought down by Suzuki. And back, Nashville's throw-in. So Pimental's in the game, or Pimental for Nashville. The one sub so far. 4 more in the pocket if Coach Johnson wants to use them. Here comes Rocket City. They are on the attack. Slide tackle. Ball still kept, though, by Kundarunji. He touches it in. Wow, almost a chance right there. That was Suzuki trying to tap it to Hernandez, who has the ball right now. Arugonza, Suzuki, off the head. I think Luke Guerin heads that one, does he? Out of bounds, it'll be a corner kick coming up for Rocket City. So Rocket City has taken the aggressor role so far early in the second half. Just now a minute and a half in. And Pimental will stay up high around midfield. The other 10 NFC players are defending right now. This one will come in. You can't see it very well, but from the left side. Left in-swinger. There it is. But no problem for Rummy. Makes the catch. And comes out to the top of the 18. Wonderland on the far right now. Up to Chavez. Sending it to Pimental with the fresh legs. Can he get there? Played out of bounds by Davey, center back, one of the center backs for Rocket City, along with Mutumba. That's Chavez over there, I believe. Long way away from here. Wonderland sends the ball in. Nobody really there. Actually, Johnson may be there. He recovers the ball. Well, obstruction maybe? Not sure. Fighting for it. Whistle did it blow? Couldn't tell from here. I tell you what, we're center blocked in here. Can't see the whole field, so I think the call was made against Nashville. And there comes Rocket City. Certainly getting 3 points would be a huge result for Nashville to keep them in that top 4, maybe even top 3, along with Atlanta, New Orleans, and Chattanooga. By the way, the top-seeded team of those top 4 will host a postseason tournament mid-July. Dates on that one, stay tuned for that. But right now, I think it would be
12th and 13th weekend.
Thank you, yep. So the weekend after the 4th, it would be at the top seeds place, which could be Chattanooga, could be Atlanta, could be New Orleans, I guess. Nashville, outside chance to get the points to host that. That'd be great. But we'll see.
Chattanooga and the Jesters have to play again.
So at this point, Nashville is in its inaugural season. Thankful, I think, to be near the top of the table. Of course, as you know, if you follow the team this year, NFC was in the lead for several weeks until going through a little bit of a rough patch with the loss at New Orleans, loss to Chattanooga, and the draw against New Orleans, and then back on the winning track the other night against Georgia Revolution. So now trying to keep that going with 2 in a row. Left-footed in-swinger, headed out by Hernandez. And it is picked up by his teammate Abreu, who has the ball and sends it to really nobody. Luke Guerin's there. Guerin will head it up toward Pimental and Pervon, who are up there, playing back to Baker now. Thank you, Dean Johnson, our producer. with that 12th and 13th of July being the dates for the Southeast Conference tournament, if you will, tournament, playoffs. Winning team advances to the regional level. And from there, you can advance to the national level. Of course, last year it was the South region in which Nashville plays that produced the champion. Richmond was national champion. Here's Pimentel. A little bit of space. Gives to Chavez. Slide tackle on him. Foul called. A lot of ball that time by Hernandez, I think, or not Hernandez. It was who was that? Yes, it was Hernandez. A lot of ball, but Leland Grant said too much leg or too much something. I think that's the confab they're having right now is to talk about that. Is he going to card him? He might. Nope. He just says calm down. Easy on that. I thought actually from here it wasn't a terrible tackle. It wasn't reckless in the sense you see some. A lot worse than that. But maybe a little bit from behind, a little bit from the side, a little bit late. Sub coming in again for Rocket City. In comes number 11, Tristan. And out 2 players or just 1? Out goes 17, Abreu. So another sub for Rocket City. Their coach, by the way, Jacob Lecholo, is also a player, but tonight he's wearing street clothes, so he is not playing in this game. Came in and played some in defender, I think, in the game up in Murfreesboro. Ball in the corner right now. Wang fighting for it. Foul called against Rocket City. So it will be Nashville have a free kick right here in the general area of a corner kick. Clock now 6, almost 7 minutes in. Second half, 52 total. Heading for 90, obviously. So Nashville, if I'm seeing straight, has only used 1 sub, has 4 more. Rocket City now has used, I think, 2. Maybe miscounted, though. Here comes the left-footed corner. It's a big ballooning ball headed out, but Wonderland's there. He'll send it back in. Nice chip. Oh, Pervon couldn't quite get it. Another player does, though. It's going to be a corner kick. So it went past Pervon, and I think Sedano had a chance at it. So give credit to Wonderland there. Wade Wonderland with an excellent little chip ball back in. It skipped past Pervon, but Sedano and the keeper came together, and the ball, it was a shot taken that the keeper deflected out of bounds. So another corner for Nashville. It's Johnson. It's very dark in that corner. This one's low, heeled up. It's dangerous. It's still bouncing around. Foul called against Nashville, though, by Leland Grant. That ball was flicked in and had some possibilities, but the foul was committed. Here comes Rocket City. They may have numbers. Recovering there. Well done, Avendano, to clear that chance away. Now a long switch on the other side to Findall. Out of bounds, though. Nashville ball. Now about 8.5 minutes in. Second half action. I mentioned earlier membership as an option. Look at the website for information about that. I mentioned the game on July 4th. Love to see a big crowd on July 4th at Vanderbilt. That'd be great. No broadcast this coming Friday night. The game is at Atlanta. We will broadcast the game on the 4th, though. There's Avendano to Pimentel. Pimentel sends it, but it's picked off by Rocket City. Well, Nashville certainly would love to see another goal scored here by them. It's not 1-0, obviously not a safe lead. Here is Suzuki going in on Guerin. Coming in to save the day is Sanchez. And back to Guerin. Sanchez and Guerin are a dynamic duo at the center back spot for Nashville. They help each other out. And that time, Sanchez came in like a blaze. I mean, he flew in and cut off that run by Suzuki, I think it was. Yeah. Here's Baker with the ball, a keeper. Sedano picks it up. Nice job by Sedano. Anthony. Now to Johnson, the left footer for Pimentel. That corner is hard to see. Out of bounds, throw in for Rocket City. We'll also have our man of the match after the game. Stay tuned for that. Or at the end of the 90 minutes. We're talking at halftime, a couple guys up here. We're leaning toward Pervon, if you had to give it at the end of the first half, because he did so much good stuff at forward. There he is actually pressuring the ball now. He had so many setups and nice passes, distributions from his center forward spot with his back to the goal. Very effective. And that helped lead to the goal. Also, he had one shot off the post. Another chance. Here's, Luke Guerin played away by Sedano. There's Pervon. Offside, going to be the call, I think. Offside against Pervon. So it'll be a free kick taken near midfield. So we'll see if that changes this half. A lot of guys always could be considered for man of the match, but Pervon stood out. Of course, the goal scorer, Sanchez. Look out. Oh, ball still alive in the box. And that was, again, Nkurunungi, who is speedy and quick. Came in late first half, for Rocket City number 9. He's playing forward. He's done some dangerous things. Here's another chance. Oh, that easily could be called a spot if Leland Grant was feeling like it, because it looked like maybe Avendano pushed down Tristan in the box from my angle, and thank goodness for Nashville that Leland Grant did not see it that way. I've seen lesser called as a penalty. This game is certainly precarious. If you're Nashville, you definitely want to score again if you can. Avendano, ball intercepted. Look out. There's Hernandez with it for Rocket City. The game looking a little bit physical. A lot of arms and shoving. Here's Suzuki. Cut off by Wonderland. Now he still has the ball. Suzuki does. Now Hernandez. Now back to Mutumba. Or rather, Adeganza, I should say. Through ball. Hernandez ends up on the ground. No harm, no foul. So it will be back to Nashville for a goal kick. Well, kind of even pace, even if you had to say advantage, pretty neutral this half so far. Both teams have had their chances. I would say that Rocket City has definitely put pressure on the Nashville defensive third. There's Romero. Now I see a couple guys slipping down. Now maybe the field is getting worse as the game goes on. Not sure. That was Chavez who went down. Here again on the attack, it's Rocket City. Tristan has it in the middle. He's bumped away. Now Huang. Now Suzuki. Turns, shoots. Off to the left. Well, I said things are kind of even right now, but actually Rocket City has the advantage. Rocket City's putting all the pressure on at the moment. We are now almost 13 and a half minutes into the second half, so about 32 to play. Weather seems to be not a factor anymore. I don't see too much up in the sky. It looks pretty clear, or not clear, but maybe at least not ominous anymore. Here again, slide tackle there by Wonderland. So that Nashville does feel a little bit on their heels right now. Don't forget the Coaches Show. Usually the Coaches Show is on Tuesday nights. Won't be this week, obviously, but you can look on the website for information about the Coaches Show with Coach Johnson and other special guests. Usually, I think the last couple of weeks we've had Elise Fox hosting that, public relations extraordinaire for the club. Here's a dangerous left-footed cross, but there is Rummy. Whew. There was a player coming in the backside. There were two defenders there. Guerin and Avendano were with him. But Nkurunungi was in the vicinity of that cross. The players definitely look drenched still. On that downpour before the game, they all got soaked. They've been wet the entire game. It's going to be a smelly bus on the way home. But hopefully it's a happy bus if Nashville continues to lead. Sedano. Pimentel. Romero. Johnson. Overlapping is Avendano. Ball played in that left corner, out of bounds. They'll say, I think, throw in for Rocket City. I think. Yes, or a free kick. Maybe it was offside. It's just impossible to see everything going on in that corner. I apologize for that. The PA announcer announcing some news about the schedule for the home team. Ooh, down goes, who is that for Nashville? Not Guerin. Maybe Wonderland? Can't see that far. It is Sanchez, actually. Kind of goes down and gets up slowly. Hope he's okay. Appears to be walking it off. They'll play Atlanta this coming, I think, Friday or Saturday. So that's a good... we'd love to see Atlanta lose that game to Rocket City. Atlanta's a solid team near the top of the table, along with Nashville and New Orleans and Chattanooga. Sedano back to Avendano. Anthony again. Up the wing they go. Out of bounds off of Rocket City, I think. Yes. Throw in taken by Robbie Johnson down there. And it's hard to tell, but yep, there's a cross back into your range, perhaps, to Sedano. All the way across to Wonderland. Wonderland's left-footed crack is headed out. And here comes Rocket City. Now, 28 minutes to go in this one. Can Nashville hang on? Can they extend their lead? Or will Rocket City come back and equalize? Long way to go in this one. Sedano will play it all the way back to Guerin. Oops, picked off. Looking for Sanchez, actually. It was picked off. And here's trouble. Here's Tristan. Oh, that's going to be called a foul against Nashville. And it was Avendano may get a card here. I don't know. That was a charge from behind. Here comes the card. What color is it?
It's red.
Great Caesar's Ghost. Is it red?
He was holding a red.
No, surely not. It can't be red. Well, was it one-on-one with the goalie? It's yellow. Tell me it's yellow. It is.
Yeah, okay.
So yellow card for Avendano. That's well-deserved, actually, there. He kind of chipped at the feet or the ankles of the attacking player right there. So I think that was definitely a warranted booking. Now it'll be a free kick from a spot that you like if you're Huntsville. Nashville backed up 10 yards there by Leland Grant, not using the invisible or the disappearing foam spray that they're using in the World Cup in this NPSL games. Here is Wang and Hernandez. It's Hernandez who appears to be taking it. We'll see. Maybe Wang left-footed. Steps over. Hernandez. Oh, diving save by Rummy. Ball was headed in perhaps on the right side. Hard to tell from this angle. Hernandez again with it now. Defended. What's the call? Out of bounds. Good defense that time by Wonderland. But wow, that shot was certainly had some potential for Hernandez, and Rummy was called upon to make the save. Did so nicely. So at 64th minute, denied Hernandez by Rummy. Another sub coming in, couldn't quite tell. 26 minutes to go. Hernandez again controls in the midfield. Challenging there. This game feels a little bit like the one in at Siegel Park in some ways, that had a lot of energy for Rocket City in the second half. Pimentel, he's shoved off the ball. It's got to be a card right there. Maybe. He gets leveled that time like a football tackle by Clark. Leland says no card, just a foul. Like Clark fell down and was trying to get back up, but as he got back up, he kind of pile drived if that's a word, into, I think it was Chavez, was it? Or Pimentel. So Avendano will take this one. Good spot. Nashville lined up on the 18. Ball's a little bit short. Nice head on, though, by, I think, Sedano. Nashville throw in. 65 minutes gone. Well, did Provon go out and Johnson go out? I may have missed. No, he's still in the game. That's Avendano. Yeah, it's Mainwaring. So Mainwaring with the ball right now is in for Nashville. I'm sorry, it's hard. It's impossible to hear. It's soundproof. So Mainwaring came in. Provon went out. Johnson went out, and Matt Reed came in. 13. Okay. So 2 subs for Nashville. A turn and a shot. Rummy's there. Oh, wow. The first one comes off his body, and then he goes out and scoops up the second one. No rebound shot. Thank goodness. Pimentel. Now Chavez chasing. Roberto, can he get there? He's so fast right now, quick and speedy. So good pressure by Roberto there. So Robbie Johnson went out, and Provon went out. In came Reed, 13, and Mainwaring, 9. Walker in the game, the big, tall forward for Nashville. See if they can have bring some fresh legs. There's Walker chasing the keeper right now. You see that? Out of bounds, maybe. Can't tell from here. Nope, still in. Sliding in that time is Chavez. Out of bounds off of him. Now 23 to go. We're in that zone of the game where Nashville's feeling like they can just hang in here, maybe get a counterattack, put one in, seal it up. Certainly the home team has not quit. They are putting pressure on. Up in the middle of Hernandez. Good job there by Romero, I think it was, to intercept the pass and play it up the other direction. It's Romero in the midfield now with Sedano, Chavez, and Matt Reed. Back line remains the same as it has been all game. Guerin and Sanchez in the middle, Avendano on the left, and Wonderland on the right. Suzuki, Hernandez. Overlapping now. Here's a run down the corner by Atagonza. He crossed it, though. It's out of bounds. So goal kick before Atagonza could make the cross. You see, though, that's a good example of Huntsville's explosiveness and speed when they overlap. Some really speedy guys out there that are challenging Nashville's defense. Rummy's goal kick a little bit shorter this time, and one back by Tristan. Now to on the left side. Oh, there's Hernandez taking a through ball near the edge of the box, in the box. Hernandez still has the ball. 3 Nashville players all over him. A foul is called, and Sedano cannot believe it. You see him, Anthony Sedano, he's got to be careful. He was red carded in the game in Nashville against Rocket City, so watch out. That time he came into kind of the fracas after an elbow flew in that game and shoved somebody, got red carded. And that time, you may have seen it, he reacted quite demonstrably to referee Leland Grant's call. I don't blame him. Actually, I think that was hard to tell. There were 3 guys right around Hernandez, and Hernandez kind of stumbled. I think Leland Grant judged that one of those guys had tripped Hernandez. So this is extremely dangerous. We'll see what happens after Rocket City. They've got 2 men near the ball. One is Huang right there. He'll take it left-footed off the Nashville wall and then played way up. So the Nashville's wall there is effective in blocking that shot. And then it's played out of bounds for a Huntsville throw-in. Clock now at almost 70 minutes. It'll be that way in 30 seconds, so we're approaching the 20 minutes to go mark. There's Mainwaring. Nice job of kind of hassling the defender right there from his forward spot. Pimentel is Oh, great Caesar, man. Pimentel was getting pushed himself, and the referee judged that was against him, Roberto. They were both pushing. It looked like to me that Huang, though, had his arm out, kind of shoving Pimentel, but the referee saw it the other way. Rocket City's Clark, now back in the center, looking for Gurunji, and that one's cleared out by Evan Dono. Now here's Mainwaring. Maybe if he gets going. Yes, he does have 2-on-2, and overlapping comes Chavez. There's Chavez. Can he get there? He will. No shot, though. Craw chips isn't in. It's in the goal. What a play. Oh, Chavez takes the cross from Walker Mainwaring and waits and then chips it into the corner of the net, upper 90 right side. Goalkeeper, not a chance. Wow. Nashville 2-0 here. It was in the 71st minute. Unbelievable. Great. So Chavez from Mainwaring. And wow. I keep saying wow, don't I? But that was a thing of beauty if you're Nashville. You saw Mainwaring get the ball, win the ball, and then a defender goes down for Rocket City. Mainwaring sees the overlapping Chavez, sends the ball to him. He's in the box. He takes a turn, pauses for a second. You think he might cross the ball. Instead, though, he chips it over the goalkeeper into that corner where nobody could get it. Outstanding. And there is the one you wanted to make your lead 2-0 and perhaps insurmountable. Never insurmountable in soccer, though, with 18:30 to go. But still, that one, insurance goal maybe. Here's Chavez with the ball again, being fouled from behind. Advantage, oh my goodness, Leland Grant. Advantage should have been the call there. Would have almost been a one-on-one with the keeper. But he calls a foul instead. I think Coach Johnson or Coach Rolke, somebody said something to him because he's put his hand out toward the bench to say, I think he probably knows he blew that one. My. Nashville controls, though. Evan Dono crossing it in the direction of Romero. And Reed now comes back to Wade Wonderland. Left-footed ball to Mainwaring. Oh, wow. He had a chance right there. Couldn't quite get on it. Well done, Evan Dono. He's on the spot right there. Sends it up to toward Pimentel. But now here comes Suzuki for Rocket City. To Huang. Sliding in there, Matt Reed. Suzuki. Touches over to Hernandez. Suzuki cutting inside. Oh, there's a chance for Rocket City, but what's the call? I guess nothing. It was a shot. He slid down there, Suzuki did, but the ball went fairly harmlessly into Rummy for the easy save. I thought that maybe the whistle had blown there, but it hadn't. The way Rummy kind of froze, then picked it up. Now 17 to go. Nashville with a 2-0 lead on that lovely, lovely shot. Chavez Mainwaring with a header to Chavez. What happened? What's the call? Offside. So at the time of the header by Mainwaring, it wasn't Chavez. Actually, it was Pimentel. My bad. It was 11, not 10. Not Chavez. Pimentel was the runner who would have been one-on-one with the keeper, but he was offside. Another good chance for Nashville there. Ball's headed up by Evan Dono. Here's Huntsville not giving up. Rocket City's going to go all the way to the end. A foul not called. No, ball still in play. Kieran, Kieran plays it up. Nashville's defense pitching a shutout so far. Oh, that's dangerous, though. A chance in the box, still alive. Tristan, out of bounds for what? A corner kick. It was Clark sliding in there for a chance on the far post to head it in, but went past him. Another sub coming in, 2 subs coming in, 1 for each team. That's going to be that's Askey right there. Richard Askey, 14 for Nashville will come in. And for Huntsville, for Rocket City, it is Benitez, 23. Replacing, I think that's Huang coming out. Nashville, it's going to be Chavez. So outstanding game for Chavez tonight. And he goes out with 75 gone in this one, 15 to go unofficially. Here's Hernandez's corner. It's still alive, but here comes Nashville. Excellent job that time by Matt Reed to play it out. But now Huntsville with a counter again. That's off of a Nashville player. Out to Matt Reed. Now, here comes Pimentel with his speed. Oh, gracious. He's shoved down from behind. Referee calls it. Pimentel on the ground. It'll be a Nashville free kick, right? Surely, yes. He pointed the wrong way for a minute there. Speaking of players who go down and kind of are familiar with the ground quite a bit, had a question about Takamarov. Kevin Takamarov, he's been injured past week or so. Not playing. We certainly would like to see him out there. Here's Guerin's play up the left side to Askey. Askey is fighting for it. Plays it back now. Avendano sends a skyrocket. Mainwaring, almost a goal. Mainwaring went up. He's so tall. He challenged Baker. The ball bounced, and I thought might be headed in. Sent back in the middle now. Headed back to Baker. Rocket City's kind of fallen apart here. Nashville's been the ones that have instigated that. They're really putting it on Rocket City. It's really end to end. Here comes the team in red again, not giving up. The Kurungi. He still has it in the box. Watch out. He goes down. No call. Right there, Leland Grant on the spot. Wow. No call there either. This is getting really physical out here. Mainwaring. Pimentel. Sliding in is Suzuki. Romero has it. Nashville leads 2-0 with 13 minutes to go in this one. Appears to be headed for 3 points. But we don't want to see anybody injured. This game is getting a little bit on the chippy side. Here come Rocket City the other direction. Do they have 2 goals in them? Probably not, but one never knows. 2-0 is a dangerous lead. Tristan has it. Hernandez now. Hernandez looking for help. Goes left side to Davey. Now here's the ball coming in. Oh, it's bouncing around. Here's a shot. Oh, out of bounds for a goal kick. The shot taken by Tristan right there. I think that was Tristan. So in this one, clock now showing almost 78 gone. So we see any other scores here for you from other games. And the table, of course, will shift around, readjust. We'll have that updated on website and Twitter and the NPSL website, too. Guerin, another solid game for Luke, the Aussie from Sydney. Oh, great ball to Askey over there. Inside, Askey has it. Sends it back to Pimentel. Great play. He's got a chance. Will he shoot? He does. It's going to be deflected. Still in bounds, though. Great play right there between Askey and Pimentel. Here's Askey again. Playing it up in the air. Down in the corner, Sedano has it. Out of bounds, knocked out by Huntsville. Rocket City. Down the ground goes Mainwaring. Out of bounds, another throw in coming down the corner with 11 minutes on the clock remaining. Or 79.5 gone almost. Well, if it holds, this result certainly would be a huge positive for Nashville. Always hard to win on the road. Come down here on a rainy afternoon and come out and play with energy from the start, score. Another one maybe? Oh, over the goal goes the shot by Pimentel. But to get that early goal on the corner kick, only 4 minutes in, and then that one there, at 71. Certainly huge. Now, Rocket City certainly is a bit down right now, this point in the season, but they are a dangerous opponent, as we saw in that draw up at Siegel. Not to be underestimated. So this would be a very, very good victory for Nashville if they can hold on here and get back on the bus. Credit to Hernandez and Suzuki, especially that they've had really strong games. Wang played well when he was in there. Here is a chance. Hernandez cracks it over the goal and out of bounds in the parking lot. Another ball, they say. Yeah, Hernandez and Suzuki, now with help from Nungi, who's come in that game late in the first half. He's played really well at the forward spot. And Tristan came in the game late, playing well also. But Nashville has happened to be the ones that cashed in. There's Mainwaring fighting for it with Davey. Pimentel touching out to Askey. Askey back to Romero. That one's intercepted, though. And back come, well, not quite. Pass out of bounds that time by Clark. 9 to go here unofficially. Nashville will certainly love to take this one and get 3 points for the second game in a row. That 3-1 victory over Georgia on Saturday night. And now this. Keeping Nashville firmly in the top 4. There's Pimentel with the speed. He's going to cross it over. Out of bounds off of Huntsville for a corner kick. Gonna give a shout out to our friends, the Sponsel family. I know they're watching. They texted a little while ago with a question. So Andrew, Christian, the Sponsels up in Nashville watching. I'm sure other fans are tuned in as well. Good to have you along for the broadcast. A successful road trip it appears to be, barring a late, shocking collapse. Corner kick. It's up in the air. Headed out by Rocket City, though, to Tristan. And here comes Rock City with maybe 3-on-3. Nkunungi played out of bounds by, once again, Sanchez. That's a good example. You saw it before of Guerin and Sanchez working together. Outstanding teamwork by those two center backs. One will challenge, the other will come up and clean it up. Kind of the old model where you had a stopper and a sweeper. In this case, those two center backs interchange, and sometimes one will take on a player, the other one will back him up, or vice versa. Here's Hernandez's corner kick. It's headed out by, who was that, Sanchez? I think so. Maybe Romero, actually. Couldn't quite tell from here. Sent back in. There's Guerin's head. Oh, look out, though. Touchdown, but it's bouncing too high for Tristan to do anything with it. Left-footed shot bounces off of Sanchez. Or maybe no, Avendano, actually. But it's still Huntsville controlling with about 6 to go. Hernandez. Knocked down by Findle. Findle has it. Referee calls a foul, though, against Rocket City. Well, can Nashville hang on here? It appears so. Next game, of course, Friday. That's a big one in Atlanta. At Atlanta, Silverbacks reserves. That one looms large for playoff postseason positioning. Boy, if Nashville could win, could steal 3 points down there, come back and finish strong against Knoxville. What a way to finish the season that would be. But we'll see. Atlanta Silverbacks reserves have played well of late. But Nashville has too. Nashville looks confident and pretty deep. The roster deep. Now, we mentioned earlier Ben Jones with the ankle ding. Elliot Goodwin with a little bit of trouble there. Rummy picks it up, though. Elliot Goodwin, a little bit of a leg issue maybe. Takamarov has been dinged up. but Nashville's been deep enough to overcome any kind of little injury issues. There's Sedano. Excellent game for Sedano. He's really played well, kind of unsung in the middle tonight. In the midfield, he's played well without getting a lot of the glory. Done a lot of the hard work, as they say in soccer. Some people got to do the latrine duty, if you will, on the field. Almost like in football when you have the linemen who do the kind of the grunt work. In soccer, it's sometimes that midfield, that holding mid or one of the center mids can end up doing a lot of pressuring and disrupting without getting his name called a bunch. Here's Aguirre up to Matt Reed. Reed, leg still fresh. He'll touch it over here to Askey. Askey will hold it up. Clock ticking down now, about 4.5 to go or so, unless Mr. Grant adds a bunch of time afterward. We saw how that affected the U.S. Oh, boy, that 5-minute goal, 5 minutes extra time goal scored by Portugal was a heartbreaker. I hate to bring it up again. Sorry about that if you're a U.S. fan like I am. That was a punch in the stomach. Big game Thursday, of course, 11 o'clock with Germany. Want to mention Gray Line, the bus, one of our sponsors, Gray Line. Good job getting the team down here. Outstanding bus. Watched some of that World Cup on the TVs in the bus on the way down here, and had Wi-Fi and had a good time. Almost time for a man of the match. A lot of guys could receive that award tonight. We had Pervan penciled in at the end of the first half. Certainly, I like Chavez, too. He had not only the goal, but just a lot of good work on that left mid spot. Went out a few minutes ago. We'll figure that out here momentarily. Goal kick coming up.
Entering the game for Rocket City. Roger Purple. For 19, right?
So now about 2.5 minutes to go in this one. We're debating our man of the match. So Chavez, looks like we're going to award our man of the match. Did a lot of good stuff in that left mid spot, and then, of course, the beautiful goal, chipping it over the keeper's head, upper 90, far corner. And really, though, every game, we could give the man of the match to 4 or 5 different guys. So it's tough one to call. Pervan was excellent. Of course, obviously, always Guerin and Sanchez outstanding, along with Wonderland and Avendano. That back line, pitching a shutout tonight, they could easily be named, co-men of the match. I mean, look at Sedano. You look at Robbie Johnson with the beautiful cross on the goal. Sanchez scored the goal. So anyway, just barely, I think we'll lean and give it to Chavez for his outstanding goal that sealed this one, and also for the work he did just in the midfield tonight, almost the entire game long. What's it called? Nothing called. A couple of guys on the ground, but there you see, Leland Grant had just said play on, so it's going to be a throw-in, I believe, for Rocket City. But this one's going to end within about 2 minutes or so, and Nashville will be the victor. So Nashville's going to go, if my math is right. Ball's loose in the box, cleared away by Avendano. Mainwaring with a chest pass to Pimentel. He will send it up here. A nice ball to Askey. Askey's there. And a ball down the line of Mainwaring. Walker has it. He still has it. He still has it. The ball's in the very corner, played out of bounds by Rocket City. Great work by Nashville right there to move that ball around and get it up in the corner where Mainwaring won a throw-in. The guys are tired. It's going to be a long, I'd say long. It's going to be a good trip back because you're the victor. They're exhausted too, I think. Throw will be taken from down there where you can't see it. It is thrown in. It's in the very corner. It's just standing in the corner. And whistle blows. Leland Grant says a foul against Rocket City, I think. That may be just kind of, let's get this game over with. So that was Nashville players in the corner. Hope no one's hurt down there. Can't see that far. Through about 5 windows. And what's going on? A little bit of commotion. A couple players went down. I think Nashville, I couldn't tell if it was Pimentel, but was shielding off the ball in the corner there and got knocked down. And I think Leland Grant's call said, hey, talking to Rocket City players saying that's too rough. And it will be a free kick for Nashville from not too far from the corner flag, actually. The clock now has stopped at 90, so the official time on the field being kept by Leland Grant. And I don't know how much stoppage time there will be. I wouldn't think more than another minute or so. Nashville plays it. They'll just shield in the corner. You can't see it, but they're down there. And here comes the ball, though. One back by Rocket City momentarily. Chance in the box. The ball's still loose. It's played out. Nashville going for that third goal. Why not? There in the game, I believe it's Adam Grant, 16. Is that right? Yep. Keeper's way out. This is kind of mayhem right now. This game has gotten chaotic. And it'll be a goal kick. So I think I saw Adam Grant come in 16 for Nashville. Unless I dreamed it. Could have been Bola, 15. That might be the case. Either Bola or Adam Grant. Now there's a foul committed against Rocket City by Nashville. Will be a free kick. This one seems to be getting a little bit out of control. Just a little bit. I don't know. There's Sanchez or Romero saying, let's get out of here, back off, let them. So Sedano went out for Nashville, and either Grant or Bola came in, and the ball's played. Oh, a header taken that time. Could have been dangerous by Pirtle, number 8 in the game for Rocket City. And there is the final whistle. So this one will end, I think, just in the nick of time, actually. This game was getting a little bit chippy. And you may see the players beginning to shake hands and say good game. A little bit of a huddle over there. Hope it's a friendly one. Yep, it's the officials, I think, getting greetings. And so that's good to see the players shaking hands and nothing negative happening after the game. This one got physical. It got a little bit, not out of control, but it was heading that direction, I think. So, good news is it's over, and Nashville wins 2-0. 2 victories in a row now for your NFC club. And the team goes to, I want to say 5-2-3, if my math is right on that. I don't have it in front of me. Sorry about that. But big victory. Once again, Friday night, Nashville is at Atlanta. And you can't see now, but our guys are going over to say thanks to the roadies. Some roadies came down. NFC roadies made the trip down to Huntsville. So the players going over there to shake hands with that band of fans. And good to see those guys coming down in the yellow shirts, yellow and blue. So Nashville plays at Atlanta Friday night and then is back home on July 4th at 5:30 at Vanderbilt that Friday night. And then we'll have postseason play almost certainly. Nashville seems to almost be locked in to that top 4, and that's where you got to be to advance to the postseason tournament, if you will, on July 12-13. Stay tuned to NashvilleFC.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Nashville_FC is the Twitter feed, and you'll get all the latest club news. Thanks to Rob for his work in social media. And for Dean Johnson, this is Phil Newman saying, hey, thanks to everybody out there for watching. We'll see you again, if not before, on Friday night the 4th at Vanderbilt. Once again, Nashville victorious tonight, 2-0 over Rocket City. A great showing for your NFC side. Have a great night.